had walked after his crops and his wagons and his cattle. But someday these feet are going to walk for me. Someday these feet will walk for will walk me to freedom. I'm sure of it. A few days later, the tired travelers arrived at San Bernardino, California. It was a lovely place. It was their new home. They were many reasons to enjoy living in California in 1952. The climate was pleasant, the land was good, the air was fresh and warm. Cities were booming everywhere. There was a sense of promise and excitement. The important thing for Betty was the promise of freedom. She had heard people talking. The new state of California did not permit slavery, they said. By law, all people here were free. Betty looked again at her dusty traveling feet. Soon, she said to herself, soon. 3 years passed. Life was pretty good, but Mr. Smith must have loved traveling. Even this beautiful settlement could not hold him back. He decided to move again, this time to Texas. The wagons were loaded and made ready to go. Began looking for an opportunity. She found one. Somehow she sent girls to the to Shrift in Los Angeles. He stopped the wagon before they left California. I heard you. Have slaves in your party. I hear you have slaves in your party, said the sheriff. I suppose you know that's against the law. Is it true? Betty came forward. In all her life, this was the first time she had ever spoken to a white sheriff. Still, her voice was strong. It was true, she said. Mr. Smith is taking us to Texas and we don't want to go. The statement led to the most important slavery trial in Southern California. Betty spoke to the judge and her own words were strong and clear. I want to stay in California. I want to be free. The judge sided with Betty. He scolded Mr. Smith for breaking the law. He gave all the slaves their freedom. Betty gathered up with her children and said, we are moving once more, but it won't be very far. We are going to Los Angeles, and this time, she said, looking at her tired feet, I am walking for me. She started her new life by taking as her full name Betty Mason. She went to work as a nurse and a housekeeper. Before long, she had saved enough money to buy a house. Soon she bought other properties too. Betty Mason was a good businesswoman. She became one of the wealthiest blacks in Los Angeles. She shared with wealth with others. She gave funds to build schools and hospitals and nursing homes. She supported the education of black children and helped people in need. Betty Mason had come a long way from the slaves' cabin in Mississippi. She still remembered the walking, and she made sure she helped others along the way.
Thank you. All right, Miss. Now I'm going to ask you some few questions concerning what you just read. Okay. Well, actually, would you mind giving me some background information? Retell the story as much as you can, without looking at your paper.
The story was about yeah, about this lady that was forced to be a slave, and her whole life she her whole life she has been trapped with other people telling her what to do, and her dream was to be free. So every time they would travel, she would look at her feet and think of and say to herself that one day she'll walk, but for something that's for her, not for the people she was working for. And the last time they traveled, they stopped the guy, Mr. Smith, and they asked him if he had slaves, and she spoke up, and they helped her to be a free woman, with the other slaves that he had too. And as time, she moved with her children, and she became a nurse, and she was a housekeeper too. And later on, when she saved enough money, she bought her own house and her own properties and made them into a hospital and schools, and she supported the Black children's learning.
That's it, miss? Okay, good. All right, now I'm gonna ask you simple questions. If you'd like, you can refer back to your text, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is this selection mainly about?
It is mainly about this woman wanting to be free.
Okay. What did Biddy think about while she was walking from state to state?
She was thinking that her feet remembered every step, and she would think to herself that one day they won't have to walk for other people but for herself.
What did Biddy see on the trip west that was different from anything she had ever seen before?
She saw Black families traveling with their own wagons.
Okay, very good. What was special about California in the 1850s?
She said that it was different because the climate was pleasant, and they didn't accept slavery.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Why did Biddy need to act quickly when Mr. Smith decided to move to Texas?
She had to act quickly because if she didn't, she was gonna keep living her life as a slave.
Good. What two events happened when the Los Angeles sheriffs stopped Mrs. Smith's wagon?
Would two events happen?
Yes.
I think, it's the one where they got stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't find it in here. Yeah, they got stopped, and that's where, they asked Mr. Smith that if he had slaves in his party.
Anything else? Okay. What was the outcome of the trial?
Um, the judge gave the slaves their freedom.
Okay, good. What did Biddy mean when she told her children that they were going to Los Angeles, but that this time her feet were walking for her?
She, by that she meant that they're starting a new beginning.
Give me two examples of Biddy's behavior that indicate that she was a courageous person.
Well, she always had faith that she was, that she always had faith that one day she was going to walk for herself. And it's the only one I can think of.
Okay. Why do you think the author chose to write a biography of Biddy Mason?